Hello and welcome to the last tutorial. This is the tutorial for Established Business Relationship Assessment Task 2, your project case study reports, and this is under Task 2, Part B, your written report contract review. As I said, this is the last tutorial for this unit or for this assessment task. After that you need to submit using the cover sheets, your signatures, your date and everything in order to complete your final submissions for marking. I will show that to you at the end of this tutorial. Okay. So last tutorial we completed this part B2, the review and the KPI evaluation scorecard, the performance review. Now today, scrolling down, this is assessment task, is your part B3, your final report contract review. So your report is addressed directly to the general manager and must be signed by you. You are the food and beverage manager. Expected length of the report is between 1 to 1.5 pages. All right? Now you can see here is a built-in Word document, so that's where you actually type and write in your report. So it must be addressed to your general manager, from you, the food and beverage manager, and your name, the date, and of course what is it about regarding performance contract review of supplier, your supplier. Okay. Now here, I said here you can insert your written report. So if you want to have it typed up or written in another document, just for your draft work purposes, that's fine. But at the end, you need to copy and paste your report in here. Well, I just have highlighted here in black. Then at the end, thank you very much. Insert your name and title, and insert your signature. All right, like you would sign the cover sheet, you need to sign it. Okay, this is very important. This is a business report, an internal business report addressing your general manager. Okay, so this is the first part. This is the content. This is the format which you need to use. Please do not change the font. Do not change the style, the size, anything like that. It needs to be like that. That's the form that has been predetermined, so you cannot change that. Or if you change, I will not accept it. Okay. So your report needs to be fit in here. Now, let's come to the content of the report. So, first of all, you're addressing your general manager. In the report, you need to now, first of all, explain what this is about. What is the scope? What is the purpose of this report? So if I'm your general manager, I'm going to have to read your reports. I have to have very quickly understand what this is about in your introduction. All right? I have to see, okay, this is about this and this. Okay, this is about the length of this contract. This is the performance review. This is about, the data collected, the resources we have used in order to evaluate the performance of the supply. So this, a few sentences, all right, coherent. Okay. Then the middle part. Oh, sorry, coming back to that. So again, if you're the general manager, or I'm the general manager, they're all time poor. So they don't have time to go and see somewhere where you have written what, and it's all over the place, and it's like sentences with more than 20, 30 words in it, which is too complicated, which doesn't make sense. So all these kind of things you need to avoid. So your report writing needs to be to the point, precise, all right, factual, short sentences, easy to understand, and very quick to understand, because these people, including yourself, are time poor. They have to make decisions based on facts, based on your report and your recommendations, and they need to be accurate. You have to provide and prove that all the data and what you write in there is factual, meaning it's not based on opinions and maybe we should and maybe that. All refrain from these words. Maybe we should change the supplier. Maybe we should talk to the supplier. Wrong wording, all right? You would say, based on the performance review, I suggest further meetings or further renegotiations with the supplier. So based, you see, based on the receiving log from the kitchen, receiving log report, the supplier was twice late, or all the incidents which you have collected already and stipulated. So then you can actually write a factual report. So you base your report on the facts you have collected in the KWL Part B process, the research process. Okay, that's very important. So that is the second part. This is where you explain what happened in the report. This and this happened. This and this was the issue. This was the performance. That's when this came late, or this was overcharged, based on the facts, on the reports you have, on the research you have done, based on your the logs, the reports for other departments, the financial reports, and so forth. So you need to all base that on your on real facts. You can't just assume, right? And then at the end, you give your conclusion or recommendations how to move forward. Right? To terminate, to renegotiate, based, or I suggest, you can write, I suggest based on the resources or the data or the facts provided, I suggest we continue for another 3 months with the same supplier based on their performance. So things like that you have to use in your writing, in your wording. Now, I'm going to scroll back to the top, all right? So you can see the note which I have addressed in the tutorial 1, which we're going to revisit, which will help you with some of the keywords you should include in your report writing. So I'm going all up. Okay, so it is that part here which is a little bit in yellow, so note. Okay, just going to highlighting it here, as you can see here. This should be incorporated and quite helpful and addressed in your final report, highlighted in yellow. So you can see here, effective communication, so trust, communication, assertiveness, maintain regular contact, communication, contact, promotions, sponsorships, collaboration with your supplier, promotions, assimilation, all right? Establish assimilation, long-term relationships, all right? Okay, maybe your food and vegetable supplier is the main sponsor of your hotel's fruit basket, for example, providing like a card which explains the fruit of the day is the Gala apple, and it gives an explanation what it is, and they will sponsor that, and of course their logo and their name would be that. So assimilation is like that. So you want to be assimilated with that kind of particular supplier because of their status, of their good quality of product, of their reputation, and so forth, and vice versa. Okay. Further words here, all right? Consultation, all right? Communication, maintain review. So you know how you're going to continue, especially when you do your review, contract review. So you know which of these words here or these kind of approaches when it comes to business relationships have been reached or needs to be continued or needs to be improved. That can be also part in your conclusion. All right? The trust, the KPI, the responsibilities, the review, KPI, and the change. What needs to change? All right? What are the methods to move forward? When we're going to meet again? How regular will that be? All right? And so forth. So in order to establish not just a short-term, also a long-term relationship. All right? So, you know, what is fair and square with the pricing, the communication, right? Many times I had like fruit and vegetable suppliers in particular who call early in the morning to tell me that this and this product they can't get because of the bad weather, because of too high price, but they can replace it with this product. Do I want it? Things like that. So these are very important communications instead of the supplier just sending you something different without even asking you, right? And things like that. So this is very important to use. So, you know, you don't have to use all that, all address what is here, no? This is more like an indication, a recommendation, a direction, a directive, what kind of the keywords would be appropriate to incorporate in your final report. Now I'm going back to the KWL. all right, which is really absolutely key in your report writing. So all the things which you have completed here, which is the tutorial 2, by the way, sorry, tutorial 1, the KWL approach, and of course tutorial 2, which is the performance review. So all the information you have, which is highlighted here now in black, researched, consolidated, collected, now you put it into your report. You have to now contextualize that into your report. Right? Again, specific, to the point, factual. Right? Not like giving stories and A, B, C, D, and maybe we should do this, and then it's not about that. It's about your conclusion. It's about what happened. What is the report about? What happened? And how we're going to move forward. These are the key 3 aspects which, you know, the general manager needs to know, and based on that can make decisions. Right? That's why you're a senior, a food and beverage manager. So you are the one who has to carry out that decision. Right? So you can see how important that is, that report. So you can't just like give that to them, to the general manager, and then hoping for the best. No, you're the one who then actually has to act upon. So you better make sure what you're reporting is factual and makes sense and is doable, all right, and not something out of fantasy book. All right. So this is how you collect and collate and put your report together. Now there's also a supporting document which sits on the LMS, which I have just here. Just give me a second. I'm just opening that particular PDF, which is a guide to business report writing. Okay, so this is just what some of the purpose, the reasons, which also have explained partially of it. So if you want to have a look at this, you can read through that. I just want to stress out, this report is an industry-specific technical report. It's not an academic report. You don't have to reference. You don't have to. It's not a journal article or anything like that. Okay, but you need to reference all your findings, the reports you have used, the KPIs. Maybe you have to also you have to really ensure that everything is covered. Now here they say that you can maybe use some graphs as well, okay, which you don't really have to, but you have to refer on the findings where you got the information from. Okay, so this is just like an add-on, a help in order to assist you in finalizing the report. So as I have mentioned, once this is all completed, of course, you have to upload it after all your draft work and assessment tasks and feedback, which you have incorporated or had incorporated or have used the workshop in class to receive the feedback. Of course, if you have not presented anything, then it's very difficult to give you feedback on your draft. But then when it's the due date, you need to go to question 1. All right, have uploaded. Of course, your part A is already finished. B, you have uploaded. And then here the cover sheet, as I have explained, I'm opening it so you can see that's at the end. You need to upload with your signature, all right, completed with your student name, candidate's name, the due dates, and so forth, and of course here with your signature. Your signature and the dates. All right, and then you will receive your final mark and feedback here. All right, in details if you have met satisfactory or not satisfactory level for part A, of course, which has been marked before, and part B as the total assessment task mark or marking satisfactory or not satisfactory for your overall assessment task, which is the contract review report writing. Okay, so this was it for the tutorial for this assessment task, and I will see you next week in class for your workshop and for your final submission work for this particular assignment. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.